I'm really not sure how these are supposed to go. Like, you just put books on your list and then may or may not read them? Yeah, I'm out of here. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm JJ the Bearded Bookworm, and today we're going to be talking about my March TBR. So last month I had some growing pains, just kind of shifting gears, focusing on reading plus now content creation. It's been a big shift in my brain and time management. Because of that, I did not read as much as I would have liked. I think I only finished 3 books last month. I would really want to focus on at least doubling that this coming month. I've got quite the list. Some of it is carryover from last month, some of it is new stuff, and some of it are these new projects that I'm trying to work on. The first book for our March TBR is, once again, The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I know that once I start actually reading this series, I won't be able to get enough of it, and I'm just going to devour it. It's just getting that ball rolling, that's that wheel, so to speak. Man, my jokes are bad. But once I actually start reading this series, I won't be able to put it down. I know that that's how I've been with every series that I have read in my life. The next book on my TBR is Vinland Saga Volume 3. Once again, didn't read this last month like I had intended. And, I mean, look at the cover. We've got Thorfinn here looking all bloody and badass and ready to start murdering some people. In both Volume 1 and Volume 2, we got some backstory for key characters in the story. And I'm sure Volume 3 is going to follow a third character's backstory, and I'm just really excited to see this revenge plot that we have going on right now play out. The last of the books that I'm carrying over from last month is Dune by Frank Herbert. Dune is one of those classic sci-fi. It is probably the Lord of the Rings of sci-fi. I am fairly ignorant on sci-fi as a whole, but that's my impression of Dune and its impact on the genre. Next up, we have my reading for Cosby 2020 for the month of March. The month's pretty much split in half, with the first half being dedicated to Mistborn and the second half going to The Well of Ascension. Mistborn seems to be coming a lot easier to me this time around. I had previously tried to read it a little bit, but I was, very distracted over the course of, the couple weeks that I was doing it, and didn't make any real progress in it. And coming on Monday is going to be my Elantris review, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it, and any other Cosmere related videos that I make as a part of Cosmere 2020. So earlier I'd been talking about a special project that I was going to start working on. So my wife bought the entire Inheritance cycle, and this was a series that was near and dear to my heart. This came out when I was 12, and I kind of just grew up in my teens reading this book. And she has never read it, so I suggested, hey, why don't we read it together and we'll film a video talking about it. I'm very excited because, like I said, the nostalgia related to this book is very high. But now, as an adult, realizing some of the criticisms that come with this book, I'm very interested to see what Victoria thinks about it and have a real honest discussion about it, because I'm very conflicted. Kind of have a bittersweet memory when I'm thinking about this book. So in my last video, I had asked you to comment and let me know which of the books in my book haul you were interested in seeing a review of. One of those that was mentioned was A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. The argument that was made for this book was compelling enough in and of itself for me to completely rearrange what was originally going to be my TBR for this month to fit this in. I mean, not that it takes much to fit in. It's only, 200 pages. Hopefully this catches my attention, and I'll continue on in the series and maybe do a series of comparison videos later on this year. So next we have my commute books. These are the books that I listen to through my Libby app on the way to and from my job. The first of these books is The Dark Tower, Book 1, The Gunslinger by Stephen King. This is actually his first book that I'm actually reading, and through his writing style, me just not being used to it or whatever, or just being very distracted listening to it and doing other things, I quickly got lost previously. This go around has been much easier for me. I'm fairly far in the book and definitely interested in everything that's going on. The world building, the characters, everything is very intriguing and very confused at how he's going to fit it all together. I know he does a really good job of it. There's a lot of very big diehard fans of this series, but right now I'm kind of in the I don't know what's going on and I don't know how to feel about this book. My second commute book is Seven Blades of Dark by Sam Sykes. What I did was take my list of books that I currently know of that I want to be reading and cross-referenced it with my Libby app and saw what audiobooks were available. Seven Blades of Dark was only a few weeks out, so picked it up, and I currently actually have it borrowed. So as soon as we're done with The Dark Tower, we're going to go directly into that book. Other than that, I know it's kind of a gritty, dark, grimdark kind of fantasy story, but from all accounts that I've seen, it's a very good book and worth taking a look at. The last book that I have on my TBR for this month is Rage of Dragons. Now, the hype for this book is through the roof. This is truly epic hype levels. And either everybody riding that hype train or it being legitimately that good, there is not a lot of negativity about this book out there. I had picked up the Kindle version when there was a sale on it. So I have it on my phone, and it's kind of that book that I'm going to be reading a few pages here or there when I don't have a physical book or an audiobook to be listening to. That might mean that this book is kind of over the course of a couple months. However, from what I've seen from other reviews, is that this book will catch you, dig its hooks into you, and you won't be able to put it down. So we'll see how that goes. Rage of Dragons very well could be taking over my life in the next few weeks. So that's my TBR for March. What do you think? What are you excited about? What are you currently reading or planning to read in March? Comment down below. Let me know. Let's get a conversation going. I'm JJ the Bearded Bookworm, and I'll see you in a couple days.